Welcome to the world of AWS IAM. Think of IAM as the security guard for your AWS resources. It decides who gets in and what they can do, much like a bouncer at an exclusive club. We'll explore how IAM helps control access, assign permissions, and keep our cloud environment safe. By the end, you'll be managing identities like a pro. I'm Amelia James, a technology expert with 13+ years of experience designing and delivering human resource management systems that actually work for people. I specialize in building scalable integrated HR platforms that streamline processes, enhance employee experience, and give leadership real-time, actionable insights. AWS credentials are the keys to the kingdom. Literally. They authenticate users and authorize their actions. Just like locking your house when leaving, properly managing AWS credentials ensures your resources stay safe. Let's break it down so you can handle credentials without breaking a sweat. AWS offers different types of credentials depending on how users interact with the system. Think of them like different types of keys. Some open doors, others start engines, and some are time-sensitive, like one-time passcodes. Let's unlock the secrets of these credentials. Setting up an IAM user is like setting up a new employee in a company. You define roles, assign permissions, and ensure they have the right access. We'll go through the steps to create and configure an IAM user effortlessly. Access keys are crucial for programmatic access. Think of them like an API passport. Without them, your application isn't going anywhere. Let's generate access keys and understand their importance. Using AWS SDK for PHP makes interacting with AWS a breeze. Imagine having a magic wand that lets you summon AWS services with just a few lines of code. That's the power of SDK. Let's see how it works. Installing AWS SDK is like installing an app on your phone. Simple yet powerful. With just a few commands, you can get the SDK up and running. Let's go step by step. Configuring credentials properly is the key to secure AWS interactions. Think of it like setting up a bank account. Everything needs to be secure yet accessible when needed. Let's dive into the configuration process. Alright folks, let's talk about credential providers in AWS SDK. AWS is kind enough to give us multiple ways to handle credentials, from config files to programmatic methods. The default provider chain. It's like autopilot for credentials. And if you love customization, who doesn't? Custom providers are your playground. Simple, secure, and efficient. Environment variables sounds fancy, but it's basically setting credentials in your system like saving your Wi-Fi password. AWS Access Key ID and AWS Secret Access Key are your keys to the kingdom. While handy for local development, treating them like your social media password in production. Big no-no. IAM roles for EC2 instances. Now we're talking security. Instead of hiding keys under the doormat, AWS lets instances access resources without storing credentials. Using instance profiles, you dynamically assign roles like a true cloud wizard. No more manual credential juggling, just pure automation bliss. Temporary credentials are like a VIP pass, valid only for a short time. AWS SDS lets you grant access for a limited period, making it a security superhero. Use it with IAM roles to tighten security further. Cross-account access. Easy peasy with SDS. Managing AWS credentials is serious business. Hard-coded credentials. Nope. MFA. Yes, always. Rotating credentials is like changing your locks regularly. Keeps things safe. And remember, least privilege access ensures only what's needed is granted. Security is not an afterthought, it's a priority. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us.